How about best advice that you would have for the listener who's a podcaster? They want to have massive success, whether it's for getting top guests or AI that you use or any other strategy. What would you say is the best thing that they could be focusing on for success?
It actually goes right along with what you were just saying about trying to do it all. I personally built my biggest audience on LinkedIn just through like corporate jobs that I've had. Like I had jobs where it was my job all day long to reach out to people on LinkedIn. And so I have my biggest following there. So LinkedIn for me is easy, fun. I have a lot of connections there. So I always promote there first. Because if nothing else, like I'm going to hit the most people there and I know how the platform works. So that is somewhere I spend my time. TikTok, I'm there. I put some of my like Hermosi style videos there because those perform well there. I don't put every guest there either. Again, you have to know your platform, right? So on YouTube, something is going to perform differently than it's going to perform on LinkedIn. On Facebook, it's going to, you have to tailor what you're doing to the platform that you're on. One thing that has really helped me though, and I will say I recommend doing this, is creating a private Facebook group. I learned this by working for Kathy Heller. She was getting the most engagement by talking to her people and creating a group where she could do that. So for the last 3 years, I've had my own private Facebook group. I don't try to sell anybody. On Fridays, you can promote anything. People know only on Friday, though, you can promote anything. And I bounce ideas off of people there. I'm like, hey, if you were interviewing the son of a Holocaust survivor, what would you ask? Or if you were interviewing a professional wrestler, is there anything you'd want to know about that world? Right. So I have a place where I can talk to my people after the podcast, before the podcast, people that have known me through all my different chapters. I've got about 750 people in there, and that is my sounding board. So create a group wherever you're comfortable, whether it's Discord, Slack, Facebook group, create a place where you can have a sounding board of your people.
Yeah, cool. So the best advice, know the platform, tailor what you're doing to the platform that you're on. You focus on LinkedIn. And additionally, I don't remember who that was that you brought up, but you mentioned that they focused on doing a private Facebook group and it was really effective for them. And you've been doing it for 3 years and you're seeing a lot of success as well. So I'm loving that. I always call it play to the player. Play to the player. It's like when me and my kids play apples to apples, or my friends and I will play, what's that other game? Cards Against Humanity. A lot of the times, like you select the card that you think that person would choose. You don't just select the best card to you. You select a card with them in mind. And the same thing is you can select guests for your podcast based on playing to the player. You could select the promotional platform like YouTube or Instagram or TikTok based on that. You could do your Alex Hormozi style on a certain platform. You play to the player. You use the type of content that's going to resonate in that place for that purpose. Just like when I'm playing apples to apples, if there's anything about a drummer, I put it down when my older son is. If there's anything about a guitarist, I put it with my younger son. If you know what I mean. And they, if it's a tuba player, of course, they would play it for me just because they know that I would pick that. What's the best instrument in the world? Tuba. Of course, I'm going to pick that because it's subjective, and you do the same thing. You play to the player. You know the platform. You tailor what you're going to do on that platform, and you're using a private Facebook group as a sounding board.